Alright, y'all, what's good with y'all boys, man? We back with another reaction video. I know it's been a minute, but we back. Listen, first things first, guys, y'all gotta check out Cold Hard Cam. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all gotta check out Cold Hard Cam, and y'all gotta check out the original video. The link is down below in the description. Let's get into it. How to make her like you. Let's get straight into this, man.
And let's go ahead and hop into the video. So check this out. Today, this is how to make her obsessed. Now we're gonna break it down into 3 different categories, right? We got excellent strategy, which means that it's most likely gonna work. You got a 90% hit rate on that. Next is mid-tier strategy. It's like it's up in the air. You know what I'm saying? It may work, it may not work. Next, last but not least, we got terrible strategy. Now that means that shit just not gonna work. A lot of the times dudes be doing these terrible ass strategies to try to get a girl to like them or whatever the case may be. But I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That shit ain't gonna work, bro. Like a lot of the common things that you see from guys, that shit just doesn't work. And if it does work, it just means that their looks overcame this terrible strategy. All right, so let's go ahead and hop into the video, man. So the first one is gonna be the compliment method. Now, what is the compliment method? It's not just giving a girl a compliment. It's giving a compliment at the right time. On some psychological shit, right? If you give a compliment, what that does is reinforces behavior. The reason that giving compliments to girls just off the bat, out of the blue, and just saying that she's beautiful, it's not a genuine compliment. That's only reinforcing her behavior of just existing. She hasn't done anything for you or to you, done anything to help further y'all relationship. So when you compliment a woman and she hasn't done anything and she doesn't know you, then you are reinforcing that behavior of continuing to not know you and to just exist and to not do anything.
That's why, like, it's tough sometimes, because I ain't gonna lie, like I know this, but then there's those once in a blue moons where I might tell a girl, like, I approach like, oh, you look good, or guys, trust me, like, y'all don't have to tell a girl that she looks good if you're approaching her. Obviously, if you approached her, that the elephant is in the room, like, come on, like, y'all can address the elephant in the room. They know, she knows you think she look good. You don't have to tell her that. But by you not telling her that, hey, you're already playing the game the right way. So again, just giving her a compliment for free is gonna just, like he just said it right there, it's gonna just validate her just existing and not doing nothing and having all these compliments. And how many times I heard girls be like, oh, I've heard that before, or whatever, or they might not say it, but their reaction shows like, yo, they've heard dudes say that to them 1,000 times. So you got to be a little bit different, bro. That's all I think. But if I had to put this somewhere, I'm gonna say mid-tier strategy, because if you do use it at the right time, it definitely could work.
You compliment a girl when she does something that will further your relationship. Like, for example, let's say that she buys you some food, or let's say that she talks to you a lot this week or something like that. You compliment that specifically so that she continues to do that. On some psychological shit, she's going to want to continue to do it, right, in order to continue to receive those compliments. And over time, she's going to eventually get to the point where she's doing these actions, right, not even knowing that she's trying to continue to get these compliments, right, but she's going to start just doing these actions just because, right, and she's going to keep chasing these compliments. What you do is you don't compliment it necessarily every time. You do it here and there, right? You drop it here and there, right? So basically you keep her chasing you, dog. So the compliment method is definitely an excellent strategy that you could use if used effectively.
That's why I say mid-tier, bro, because again, sometimes it's just like, yo, a lot of dudes is not going to know how to really use it at the right time, realistically speaking. So yeah, just for me, it's mid-tier. That's all I say about that.
Next is the law of attraction. The law of attraction basically says, like, if you believe it, then you can achieve it. If you believe that you've already done it, then you can already do it. A lot of the dudes be looking up videos on law of attraction, whatever, but the whole time they just be trying to get a girlfriend. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. This is a mid-tier strategy, even though it is good for confidence. So, you know, in that regard, it might make you feel more confident about your options, might make you feel more confident about women that you're talking to. It's not really something that
I'm gonna go and say that this law, when it comes to the woman, I think the law of attraction is a terrible strategy. Let me tell y'all why. Bro, I can sit here and be like, oh my God, I truly believe I'm gonna get the girl of my dream. Oh my God. But if I'm not doing nothing to work towards that, I'm not eating well, I'm not going to the gym, I'm not working on something outside of working a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Am I really gonna get that girl? More than likely not. So it's like, that's cool. It definitely is a part of it, but that's like, actions come first, guys. Actions always come first. You have to just do. A lot of times, listen, guys, a lot of times I go to the gym, I don't want to go. Honest to God, to this day, there's times I'm working out, there's stuff that I don't want to do, but I just do it. develop discipline and do the right things that's going to help you get a girl. Take care of yourself. Have a skincare routine. Get a shape up every 3 weeks or so. Take your showers. Wash your clothes. Do stuff like that. Keep your shoes clean. Take care of yourself. Do all these things. Then you start to use the law of attraction and say, oh, I believe I could do that. I believe I could get her or whatever. I believe I could get the family that I want. Stuff like that. So, like, again, I'm going to say it's terrible strategy because this is like one of the last steps to me, to be honest.
That's going to change, right? Because at the end of the day, right, it's a two-way street, right? The law of attraction, it's like a one-way kind of thing, right? With women, she has to like you. You know what I mean? She has to be attracted to you already. Mm-hmm. Using the law of attraction and you ugly as shit is just not going to work, bro. I'm just going to be so very honest with you. Next is becoming a feminist.
That's why, hey, like he just said, if you ugly, cool. Get your money up. Take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Go crazy. Stuff like that. To make up for that. Then you'll be fine. But if you just ugly as hell, you just love attraction, you're gonna be beat, just like he just said.
If you become a feminist, like those performative ass males, bro.
Terrible strategy. Terrible strategy. I'll just say that girls kind of know that this feminist stuff is kind of BS, but it kind of makes them feel better. And then if you become a feminist, you're just pretty much just kissing up to them. So it's like they basically have you on a leash at that point because they can definitely see you doing that. So I'm going to say it's going to be terrible, bro. I don't think you're going to be able to really get nothing out of that being a feminist. You're probably going to get a few, hey, oh, that's cool. But they're going to look at you like they got you on a leash. That's how I personally feel about that.
That be wearing them cardigans and them ugly ass shoes and shit like that. You know what I mean? Be having matchas in their hand. That shit is a terrible strategy, bro. It's just pick me vibes. All you're doing is trying to pander to her. Not gonna lie, girls be picking up on that shit fast. And even if they didn't pick up on that, I promise you, like, even though they might say one thing, like they might say, oh, I want a guy that understands this. I want a guy that understands that. No, they don't. You can't listen to what women say. You gotta look at what they do, bro. I promise you that becoming a feminist is not gonna do shit for you. It's actually gonna make you less desirable. It's gonna make you less attractive. I'm telling you right now, bro. That shit is not going to work. Next is only talking to her. Now, obviously, we're not talking about in a relationship. In a relationship, you should obviously only be talking to one woman. But in general, when you are single.
What the fuck? Never do this. Terrible strategy. Never, ever, ever do this. All you're gonna do is just like be talking to her too much, texting her too fast, interacting with her way too much, and she's gonna feel like you got nothing going on. So you should be trying to talk to as many women as you possibly can to understand them better, to have more experience, things like that. Talking to one girl is gonna have you ready to crash out because, let's say for example, she does like you, whatever, you won't even dealing with her, you might start acting up a little bit obsessed over her. Damn, I finally got me something. Now you doing things you wouldn't normally do, and you're out of character. Now she gone. Now you crash out. Now you in jail, or now you check. So only talking to one girl can do that to you. I'm telling y'all that right now. So terrible strategy.
Right, and when you are not seriously looking to date anybody, only having one option and letting her know that and only talking to her is actually a terrible strategy. Not only are you limiting your options and having tunnel vision, right, but you're also, like, if you let her know, like, oh, you're the only one I'm talking to, she now feels an ick. That's an ick for her, right? You know why? Because she does not want to be your only option. Women are very options oriented, right? Which means that if you don't have other women around you, if there are not other women willing to talk to you, she is not gonna also want to talk to you. She wants to go where the crowd goes, right? A lot of women these days are trend followers, they're trend hoppers, they're group followers, and that actually stems back to an innate thinking that they have. Because
why you think, guys? How many times have you seen girls with their friends and like they get asked a question or something, and then they look at the friends like. Or like they get approached by a guy and it's a group of girls, and then that one girl's actually having an interaction with the guy, and then the other girl in the background's like, well, or she's looking at her friend like, So like girls do this all the time, bro. So they do have that kind of thinking, oh yeah, like, you know, that kind of follower mindset. So yes, if she listen, this is why a lot of girls be like, oh, how many girls have you said that to? Or this and that about other girls, because they believe if they are attracted to you, they'd be like, damn, you got more girls going on. Then we kind of get into another story where you got to play that game like, well, I ain't talking, you know what I'm saying, I'm just be chilling or whatever, la la la. But y'all get the point though, you know what I'm saying?
Because think about it, women on a biological scale are not as strong in general as men. So that means that back in the hunter-gatherer days, women had to group up. They had to follow the group. They had to follow the crowd because it was a survival mechanism.
Right.
That still exists in some capacity today.
Yep.
Right? It is a survival mechanism to only rock with the guys who have options already, because that guy probably means a higher chance of survival, right? Going where the group is going means a higher chance of survival, right? So having more options is generally going to lead to her thinking that you are more attractive. Having her as the only option will only lead to you basically losing that girl. Next, like I just said, having other options is an excellent method. I don't think I need to repeat myself here, but you know, for those in the back who didn't hear it, make sure that, you know, when you in this position, it's always good to have other options for yourself and for her, right? And that doesn't mean that you have to necessarily be sleeping around, but it just means that having other options just means that other women find you attractive. That's all. Other women find you attractive, and maybe you talk to other women here and there. It doesn't necessarily mean you got to be slanging dick like every single, you know what I mean, every single night.
Now, if you do, just strap up though. Understand that? Like, if that's how you come in, just strap up, bro. Don't be dumb. Don't be running around raw dog and everything like you don't got no common sense. Strap up. Don't be kissing every single girl, and just, hey, do your thing. It's gonna build your experience for the future, but again, be smart about it though. And also, guys, the older that I got too, I realized not every girl is worth taking down. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of them is just like you're gonna get that energy transfer. For those that know what I'm talking about, sometimes you take down certain girls and you can feel the energy drainage, like your soul has been drained, bro. Like, and it's like, you know, like, yeah, I'm not taking that girl down again. You know what I'm saying? Some girls be having graveyards in their damn sight. So,
but you know what I mean? Having options, just have the option there. You could be slanging dick every single night. You know what I mean? That is what's going to attract a woman, I'm telling you. Next is buying her food. Sometimes when guys have crushes, or sometimes when you're trying to attract a girl, trying to get her to like you, you buy her thing.
Let me see. I'm gonna say this. Okay, so this might be a little bit controversial, but I'm gonna say this though, right? The reason why I'm gonna say mid-tier strategy, right? Like, because I've used this, but I haven't like overdid it. I ain't gonna lie, I did get beat outside my head with one girl. Like, did multiple things with her, and I got beat outside my head for that. Still potential there, but it's almost damn near an L. But there has been times when, you know, I kind of mess with a girl, whatever. Like, if I'm in a work environment, I ain't saying it's smart to do, but I'm telling you what I've done. Work environment, you know, you might buy her a little donut. Oh, here, like, you know, I got a donut, whatever. Or you might buy her a little drink. You do little stuff like that, but you mix it in with flirting with her. So that's one part of it. But if you don't know this girl, if you're not going to see this girl consistently, and you just decide to randomly buy her food, or for me, also another thing too, if girls came over, I done bought them food. I'll buy some pizza or something. You know what I'm saying? Me and her could eat it, and they should eat me. But you know what I'm saying? This is I gotta say mid tier, but you gotta be very careful with this though, bro, because you don't want to be saved in her phone contact list as the food guy. You know what I'm saying? This doesn't mean you just constantly just buy her food every single time. You need to be getting something out of it. She need to be giving you attention. She need to be down to link with you, whatever, FaceTiming you, stuff like that. And then if you link with her, or, you know, if you want to get her a little something real quick, just say, oh, okay, something very light, dollar donut, whatever, do that. But this is mid-tier strategy and damn near scratching terrible strategy, bro. You got to be very careful using this, man, because you're going to take some L's for sure if you overdo this.
You buy her food, you do her favors. That shit is just a mid-tier strategy. Actually, it's a terrible strategy. And the reason why is because it won't do anything for you. You're thinking that, oh, she's going to start thinking like, oh, he bought me this, you know, maybe I should. You're thinking that you're going to activate the protector provider part of her brain. You think that's going to activate that shit. IRL, like in real life, that shit is only adding and fueling to the attention that you're giving her, bro. Like, I'm telling you right now, she's just using you in order to buy her food and do her.
That's how I'm saying. You got to be very careful. Like, the girls that came to the crib and I brought the food, I don't consider that an L because she came to the crib. You know what I'm saying? She came to the crib. So you could get that. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and like I said, there's only been one time where I took a major L with a girl where I done brought food movie stuff, food there, food there, food here. Like, I got robbed, yo. Like, man, that's the only time I really took a major L. That's why I don't suggest you really do it. But again, if you use it very smart, it could be mid tier. But if you just don't have the understanding and you want to be a goddamn Uber man, you want to be driving her around, you know, buying her food every other day, now you're losing it. So you gotta be very careful using this, man. It's damn near almost a terrible strategy, man, because a lot of guys are not gonna know how to use this properly. They're just gonna do some stupid stuff and just, oh my god, I'm providing for her. I'm gonna buy her this food every day. They're not talking to her properly. They're not FaceTiming her. They're not linking with her. Nothing going on. You just buying her food just to buy her food. It's just like, no, bro. You gotta be careful with this.
Her favors, even though she may not say that, and she'll probably deny it. But on a deep level, on a subconscious level, she understands that the more favors you do for her, the more she's going to see you as basically a sugar daddy. The more she's going to see you as just a walking wallet, a walking dollar sign, right? So you don't do favors for her all the time. You got to learn how to tell a bitch no. Next is liking her stories, right? If you stalking her on Instagram, all this other type of stuff, that's a mid-tier strategy.
Terrible strategy. Let me tell y'all why, bro. First things first. I don't got IG, right? But I'm gonna say this. I know about IG. I understand. I got Twitter, and I probably follow literally 2 girls that I know in my city, like that I've met and I know personally. Guys, social media, right? If you go on your account and you don't have minimum 5K followers and you don't have really good looking pictures, 2 to 3 good looking pictures, that's it on your profile, nothing crazy, simple saying, a good IG, you should not be liking those stories, doing none of that stuff. You should make sure your IG's up to par and on point. You should make sure that if you went on a vacation or something, you put those pictures out there. You play the game. You understand IG's a game. People only post their best moments. They're not posting their worst moments and the reality of what's going on. So if you're going to use IG, post their best outfit, 2 to 3 photos. You should have minimum 5K followers. I don't care. Have more followers than she do for sure. Don't just be liking stories and doing this and that, because guess what? You're not the only guy that's going to like her story, and it's going to be 100 plus, 500, 1,000 plus other dudes liking her story or liking her pictures, whatever, and she's going to compare you to all the other guys. So now your IG's hit, and she's comparing you to this dude that got a chain on, this dude that steady be making plays, this dude that's doing that. So what are you really putting yourself in? Like, if she likes your story, that's one thing. You could like it back, or you could just shoot her a DM. Don't even like her story back. Just shoot her a DM. That's it. If she like your story, shoot her a DM instant. That's what I would do. When I get on IG, I'm gonna be a god. That's all I'm gonna say, because I understand the game. But it's just that right now I'm taking care of other things before I decide to just get into the IG game world. I gotta get more stuff. I gotta keep leveling up these badges first. But yeah, guys, this is gonna be a terrible strategy, bro. Do not be liking no girl stories at all, bro. Just do not do it. Don't do it, bro.
Right? It could be a terrible strategy, but the thing about it is, if you know, you kind of if she kind of already like you and she see that you liking her stories, like, girls care about Instagram, all right? So it depends on who's liking the stories. If you a dude that she finds physically attractive in some capacity, you liking her stories, you liking her pictures is actually, it could be somewhat of a plus, you know what I mean? Now when you overdo it, obviously that's bad. But if you just regularly watching her stories and shit like that, and she's looking out for you, she's looking out for that story watch, I'm telling you, that shit could actually add, you know what I mean? But on average, you know, for the average guy, it probably just don't mean nothing.
Telling you.
It's a mid-tier strategy, I'm going to be honest with you.
Terrible.
Next is rejecting her.
I'm going to just say right away, guys, this is excellent strategy, okay? Excellent strategy. Let me tell y'all why. Girls aren't used to hearing no, or they're not used to seeing you dub them or say, oh, I'm about to go do this, I'm about to go do that. When you do this girl's now on your radar. Now the ball is in your court. If she pursues you again, then you let her in, because now it's like you giving her a chance. Now she gonna want to prove to you why you should have never told her no. I'm telling you, girls are just used to always hearing yes, always getting what they want 9 times out of 10, especially when they look really, really pretty. I'm gonna just say, even started from 5s and up. All a girl has to do is be a 5, and more times than not, she's gonna hear the words yes, because guys be trying to just smash. So all of a sudden, you tell her no, or you dub her, or you say, let me get your friend. That works. I know for a fact this works. Let me get your friend. Oh, huh? She gonna look at you like, damn, why you don't want me? So when I'm telling you, when you reject her, obviously you keep working on yourself, doing what you gotta do, but now the ball's in your court. If she comes back and she's worth the takedown or she's worth the interaction, Now you let her in. Like, you're showing her, hey, I'm giving you a chance. Why should you be in my presence right now? Now she gonna look at you in a higher value versus everybody else that's flying at her in her DMs, liking her stories. Now she gonna prove to you why you should have never told her no. And I'm telling you, it's going to work. So if you reject her and she leaves, oh well, on to the next. You still leveling yourself up. But if you reject her, more than likely she's gonna be in that range, like, oh, trying to figure out why. Then you let her in. So hopefully y'all understand it. So I think this is an excellent strategy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Rejecting a woman, you gotta understand, like, that shit is her kryptonite. If you reject a woman, she will try so much, infinitely harder to get at you, bro. She will try infinitely harder to get at you when she cannot have you, bro. Because as soon as she can't have you, now it's like, you know what I mean? It's like telling a child, like, it's like telling a kid, like, don't eat this, don't touch this on the counter, don't touch this food. That motherfucker gonna touch the food, bro. I'm telling you right now. It's like when someone tells you not to do something, now the first thing that you want to do is do it. You know what I mean? So rejecting her is definitely an excellent strategy, bro. I'm telling you right now. She will come back to you. And a lot of dudes are scared of this. A lot of dudes are scared to reject a girl or tell a girl no. You know what I mean?
Guys, you need to have an abundance mindset. I ain't gonna lie to you. I seen a bad girl at the gym today. I'm like, damn, I wanted to say something to her, but then that's my home-based gym, so I've walked down on girls in there before, and I don't want to overdo it, so I'll pick and choose. But she was my type. She was tall, light skin light honey, slim, nice build, long curly hair. I'm just like, oh my God, I wanted to say something to her, but me not saying something to her because of the reason I just told you guys, it being my home gym and things like that, it still made me realize, like, I'm going to see another her. Like, there's going to be another girl that looks just as attractive as she does, if not better. So it's like, don't be afraid to reject a girl, guys. You know what I mean? I know it may not seem like I was along the same lines, but the reason why I brought up that example is to show you guys that although I didn't get to that girl, there's going to be 100,000 plus more to witness and see in the city, out of the city, online, etc. So, guys, rejecting a girl, do not be afraid. Sometimes she might not come back. And that's fine, guys. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she really didn't want you that bad. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. On to the next. Keep working on yourself. Keep building up. And then you're going to have more opportunities like this where more girls will come to you without you having to go to them. So never be afraid to reject no damn girl, bro. Trust.
Or you know, to reject her advances. But I'm telling you right now, bro, sometimes you just have to do that shit. Whether you don't like her or whether, you know, maybe she's just coming on too strong. Maybe the time is just not appropriate right now. Some dudes are so scared of rejecting girls because they have a scarcity mindset. You think that if you don't accept her advances at this very moment, you're going to lose her forever. But that shit is just not true. Like, let's say y'all at school and she trying to get overly freaky, bro. You got to turn that shit down, bro. You at school, my nigga. Or let's say she texts you, but you busy as hell. You're going to look at that text message and be like, damn, I missed it. But, bro, just trust me. Have an abundance mindset. That shit going to come right back around, bro. Rejecting the girl, or at very least, if not rejecting her, not giving her your full attention is definitely an excellent strategy. Next is paying attention to her actions rather than what she says. Again, an excellent strategy. Common sense. Just due to the fact that women will tell you a lot of cap. They will tell you a lot of bullshit,
I ain't gonna lie, guys, and I done got caught by it. We all got caught by it. It's like, bro, girls, they're master manipulators. They can get next to you. They can talk to you a certain way, do certain things to make you, you know what I'm saying, make you do what she wants you to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll say certain things to you and stuff like that, but their actions are just continuously showing you that they're really not a good human being. They're just a terrible person. But you're hypnotized. You're in too deep, and just like, yeah, a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get where I'm coming from. But if you've been there, you've been there. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's very simple, guys. Just really watch what she does. If she wants to have 1,000 guy friends, she's a thought. If she wants to be talking to guys and doing this and that extra, she done gave this guy her number extra. She's a freaking thought. Okay? Let her be a thought. Watch her actions. Don't care about what she says. Make her prove to you why she needs to still be around. If she can't prove to you, tell her to get the fuck on. That's how that works. So, very, very simple. Excellent strategy.
Lies. They'll tell you one thing about themselves. They'll tell you one thing. Like, they'll tell you, I like these type of guys, but then be dating the most toxic niggas. I know girls in the past, right, who were like, I like guys who have a great personality and da da da. And this was a school thought telling me this shit, bro. Yeah. I'm like, yo, Stop fucking lying to me. All right. Next is
School
ignoring
bopper.
her. Once again, another excellent strategy. The more you ignore a girl, the more that she's gonna want you, bro. It's the same kind of concept as rejecting her, right? Because you're not giving her any attention, so therefore she chases it, right? I remember in high school there was this one girl who, you know what I mean? I knew she liked me from literally the jump, but I ignored her because I didn't want her at all. I ignored her for all 4 years, and all 4 years she was fucking with me. And so,
Damn.
you know what I mean? Like, had I, like, you know what I mean? And my thing was, like, I always low key had that shit in the back pocket. I mean, that's not a good way to think about it, but I always had that shit in the back pocket. If I ever got overly lonely, if I ever got too lonely, if I ever needed, you know what I mean, to, you know what I mean, just talk to any girl, I could have talked to her at any moment. I really could have, but I'm not evil like that, so I ain't do it. But you know, I could have thought like that. I could have been that nigga, but you know, that's just not me. Next is having a charming personality. This is actually a pretty well, okay. I want to say it's an excellent strategy. I'm gonna put it mid tier because a lot of people are probably not gonna use this correctly. The reason why I think like it's kind of like upper mid tier, right? The reason why I say that is because we know that looks get you in the door. Looks are at the beginning stages. Looks is everything. All right. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. If anyone debates that, they're not credible.
Right.
The thing about it is, looks are great, but having a good personality, a charming personality, a funny personality adds to it, right? Because now it sets the aesthetic, right? It sets the whole vibe of who you are, right? It entrances her, it brings her in, and it holds her there. Basically, it holds her interest, it piques her interest, right? Beyond just, you know, infatuation, beyond just, oh, I like looking at him. It becomes now a, oh, like, I like being around him, like I need to be around him type of thing. So having a great personality does matter, but not in the way that a lot of you might think. A lot of you might think that having a great personality will make you more attractive physically, or that it will attract women in general. Not necessarily. She has to already be attracted to you. And I think a lot of guys think that having a charming personality off the rip is what's going to make her like you. She has to already have a sense of, oh, he's cute, oh, he's attractive, right? So that has to already be there. That's why I didn't.
Yeah, having a charming personality, I think this one's kind of tough. I would just say I agree with it being at mid tier. I feel like, yeah, the looks is just so important to girls, man. It's just like she just has to be attracted to you, bro, and then everything else comes after that. So this is mid tier because obviously, you can't get yourself in the door if you do have that personality that you know how to deal with women. If you know how to deal with women, you have that charming personality, you'll definitely get some more W's. Even if the girl's not that attracted to you, you got a mouthpiece on you and you know how to use it, you know how to talk, you know what you're doing, it can work. So mid tier, but the looks definitely still do matter first. She has to be attracted to you. So you'll be playing catch up if you just look goofy, but then you got a charming personality. You know what I mean? So mid tier for sure, but obviously it can work if you know what you're doing.
Put it excellent. I put it mid-tier strategy because a lot of dudes, like, they be average looking, right? And so, like, a lot of dudes, like, the girl don't necessarily think you that attractive, but if she does, then having a great personality definitely helps. It helps keep her there. It helps keep her interest up, right? And so it can definitely increase her likingness for you. Next is being friends. A lot of guys think that being friends with a girl first.
Man, tell y'all something, man. Let me tell y'all something, bro. Y'all see what that say? I hope y'all can see what that say. Y'all can see what that say? I have no friends, bro. I have no friends. I'm definitely not about to have no damn female friends, bro. What? Do you want to have your time wasted, bro? If you want to be drained to death and have all your... Listen, I tried this back in the day when I was younger to have a female best friend. And let's just say things crashed and burned, okay? Now, there are some benefits to having a female best friend at times, but she got to be that best friend. I had one of those in high school. She was my best friend. You know what I'm saying? So, understand how to play it. Best should be the only way you should even be considering to play this game. If you can classify yourself as her best friend and she can classify you as her best friend, that's what y'all got going on. Only play that game if she's your best friend, the best one. You know what I'm saying? If she's just your best friend, get out of there. Overall, you should not have no female friends. It's going to waste your time. You're going to be giving her all this boyfriend energy, all this all this advice. Maybe if y'all go out to eat, you gonna pay the bills still. If y'all get into something, you gonna have to protect her. You're gonna be doing everything for her as if that was your girlfriend, but she not gonna let you smash. Now, if she's your best friend, then you could do what you gotta do. But I'm telling y'all, 9.5 times out of 10, 9.95 times out of 10, you should not have a girlfriend. A girl that's a friend. You know what I'm saying?
Is gonna work. That shit is a terrible strategy.
Terrible.
First impressions are key. If you are being friends with a girl with hopes of, you know, hopefully one day, you know, becoming more than friends, that shit is just not gonna work. That shit is not gonna make her like you. She will not be chasing you, not be obsessed with you, none of that shit, bro. Because the first impression of you is you being a friend. And I'm telling you that first impressions matter. Next is aura maxing. If you max out your aura, that shit is actually a fucking mid-tier strategy. And actually, it's a terrible strategy.
What does that even mean?
You know, a lot of you niggas be trying to aura max, be trying to do this.
Bro, this is like the problem. Like, y'all, let's try to be original, right? Let's try to be ourselves. Like, this aura maxing shit, this just like, it's one thing if you're on the internet and you're a content creator and you're using that word and that cringe ass shit to like, because it's popular and it's going to get you more fans or whatever. The kids like it, cool. But what the hell is this? That aura shit just... If you're going to have aura, you're going to have aura just off the fact that you work on yourself and do what you got to do. Don't be trying to look out, trying to look cool and trying to do all this weird cringe ass shit. If you're going to have aura, the females will feel it from you. And if you don't, you don't. But this not something that you run around like, aura max. Like, it's so cringe. So yeah, terrible strategy. Don't even think like this. Unless you're on a stream or you're watching a stream and it's cool and it's funny, that's one thing. But don't be running around using this unless you're like freaking 16 and younger. Once you reach 17 and older, you get no passes. I don't care.
Trying to be nonchalant, trying to be mysterious and shit like that. That shit is just not gonna work, bro. That method has been patched. I promise you, women don't care about aura. Like, I'm just gonna be real with you. They don't care about that shit, dog. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I mean? Like, they just don't. Next is listening to what she says. Once again, a terrible strategy. You know, she's gonna tell you
again, paying attention to her actions matters way more than listening to what she says. Whatever she says should go in your left ear and come out through the right. But make sure you process the important things, remember it, and the bullshit out the other side of the ear. If she's saying, oh, this guy's not my type, or I don't know why he... Bro, I've seen girls do this in 4K, like real life, sit there and bap. That's not my type, or la 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 la. Runs to go gives the guys a hug. Oh, he wants to get at me, but it's just like, bro, guys, save yourself the stress. Don't be listening to these thoughts, man. They be thoughting out. They be having thought friends. They don't be respecting themselves. Please, do not be listening to what no John gotta say. Just pay attention to her actions. That's it. Whatever she says is cap. And it's not gonna be easy, because I'm not saying I'm perfect with that. I'm still a human being, so I'm gonna make a few mistakes like, damn, shorty, ain't you say hey. But then you always gotta come back to reality and be like, hold on, she was doing this and this and that. So was she really effing with me? Probably, but then she was saying, oh nah, but the whole time she playing games. So pay attention to the actions, guys. Trust.
Don't give you the run around 9 times out of 10. Even if she does like you, she's still gonna give you the run around. She's gonna say, oh, I like guys like this, I like guys like that.
Yep.
That shit ain't gonna work. Next is stalking her.
What?
Stalking her is definitely a terrible strategy.
What?
The only way that stalking her would work is like, well, actually, you know what? Low key though, like no weird shit. No, like y'all ever watch the show You? Like, this nigga Joe Goldberg was a big stalker, but for some reason he was like super charming. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know, like maybe stalking.
All right, let me tell y'all something, right? Girls do have that little weird fantasy thing in their head. They like certain, like, that's why if you're taking a girl down and, you know what I'm saying, you spin her mouth, or you slap, you know what I'm saying, or you do certain actions of a man, macho, like, they like certain stuff. But this right here is kind of OC, terrible strategy, because this is way too difficult to figure out. Even if you get the buns and you messing with this girl, this is still a strategy that's just like, I don't really see the point of really doing this. You're better off focusing on something else. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it's terrible. That's it.
Low key is a semi valid strategy, bro. Low key, like,
he trolling.
I don't know. But now we gonna put that shit in terrible.
Yeah, I was gonna say, bro, trolling.
A lot of y'all niggas be stalking girls for like hella years because you like her, but you too afraid to say something. Yeah, dog, shit ain't gonna work. You be watching every one of her Instagram stuff.
Fellas, that's what I'm trying to say. Shoot y'all shots, man. Stop being scary, man. We live in an internet era where people be scared to go up to girls in real life, to the point where when these girls get approached, they be looking like they're shocked. They don't even know what's happening. You know what I'm saying? They're more used to somebody DMing them, and they look at the DM like, this. Listen, guys, what would you rather? Would you rather walk up to a girl and actually shoot your shot in real life, or you be DMing her constantly, or she has messages of you in her shit thirsty? Oh my God, can I get at you, baby? Or would you just take the chance of her just saying no in real life and you can go about your day? She can just say whatever she wants, but it's word of mouth. It's just he said, she said. So now you can just be like, oh, I shot my shot. She didn't want me. She can say the same thing. Cool. That's fine. But it's better than you, oh, baby, please. Now you got DMs of you out there just, oh, my God, baby, let me get at you. You're so bad. Like, Which one is better? See, I need to shoot y'all shots in real life, bro. That's what I really feel.
Instagram stories. You be watching her in the hallways. You know what I'm saying? You be looking at her, bro. She not looking at you, my nigga. It's over. Last but not least is buying her flowers. That's some mid-tier strategy.
Terrible.
You know what I mean? Buying her flowers, like I said, it's kind of similar to the compliment method.
Let me tell you right now, bro. Never buy a girl, bro. I have never bought a girl flowers a day in my life, bro. And I done dealt with females. I ain't buying not one of them a single freaking flower. What the hell do I look like buying a girl? First of all, if I want to be buying any woman a flower, it's gonna be my freaking mom, okay? It's gonna be my grandmother. It's gonna be my, my auntie or something. I'm not finna buy no flowers for no damn girl, bro. You's not my girlfriend. You's not my wife. This is something that girls gotta earn. They have to earn flowers. What did she do to deserve flowers? She look good? Okay, you can take her to get some food. Y'all can go to Chili's and have a meal. You buying her flowers, bro? If she just got that just for doing nothing, she ain't eat you up, she ain't do nothing, you ain't been with her for a long time, nothing, and you just got her flowers, you gonna look like a goofy. And I know personal people that have done this and they took a loss. Because girls don't appreciate what they didn't have to work for. You got me flowers, I'm out of here, on to the next, I'm bored. I'm telling you, that's how girls think. So don't be sitting here saying, oh, I'm gonna buy her flowers. What is this, Valentine's Day, bro? Even on Valentine's Day, this is not your girl, you're not buying her no damn flowers. I know a girl that she was messing with a dude that was leaving flowers on her car after work. She come outside, right? Come outside, leaving flowers on her car, and guess what? She was still with me. Dude buying her flowers, leaving the flowers on the car. Baby, oh my God, notes and all that. And guess what? She still messing with me after that. Guys, please, man, watch what y'all do it, bro. Work on yourself, because these girls be sickening. Trust me, bro.
If you do it at the right times and it can work, it can hit for sure. But in general, it's not going to do much for you. Like, if you buying her flowers all the motherfucking time, that shit is not going to hit, dog. So anyway, that's all I got for y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments.
Yo, shout out to Cold Heart Cam, man. Make sure y'all boys go tune into his channel. I love these videos, man. I love these videos. He got a crazy, I'm not gonna say crazy mindset, but he has the right mindset of a man, bro, and somebody that has experience and understands male female dating dynamics, things like that. He has that understanding. So I always think we think similarly, so that's how I'm gonna be reacting to some more of his videos in the future. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. But guys, y'all know what to do. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, and again, like I said in the beginning of the video, and I'm gonna end off the video with this: check out the original video. No pauses, no skips or nothing. Link down below in the description. I'll see y'all boys in the next one, man. Peace.
Gang, they cannot do it like him. Nobody shooting like him. Gang, nobody doing like him. That nigga hate everyone cause he broke, and that's why nobody like him. Gang, SD girl, now he talking this shit.